On this trip around the county, we meet a survivor who has found a love of color guard and its siblings who are creating a name for themselves in academics and sports. All this and more on this trip around the county.
I'm Maya McDonald.
And I'm Mason Mundy. On Around the County, we take you to places you may have never been and introduce you to people you may not know. Having a life run by doctors and being stuck between the four walls of a hospital creates a restricting life. However, junior Megan Broviak has overcome these hardships with a smile on her face. While navigating experiences one cannot fathom, Broviak has found an outlet in color guard. Producers Katie Swart and Gabe Preiling meet a survivor here at NHS.
First diagnosis was on St. Patrick's Day 2015, and I relapsed August of 2019.
Junior Megan Broviak has had to overcome a lot. Like what? She was diagnosed with childhood leukemia in 3rd grade and then again in 7th grade. Broviak had spent her life surrounded by doctors. She is now in remission. She remembers all of her times in the hospital, and she remembers how difficult it was for her.
My first time, they caught the cancer relatively early, so I was only in hospital for about 7 days. I went in outpatient treatments, and I took like a lot of methotrexate over the weekends. There were like 17 pills at a time sometimes, and it was a lot of that and a lot of spinal taps. So I had them one every single Friday.
The experience was hard on Broviak, but it was also tough on her friends. Junior Evelyn Snyder was one of the friends that was around Megan when she found out she was sick.
I remember her absences starting to pile up. She wasn't at school as often, and I just kind of wondered what was going on. She told me she just was going to some doctor appointments for something and didn't really mention how serious it was, and I never found out. I had just gotten out of a dance class and my mom was crying, and I was wondering what she was crying about, and she kind of sat me down and told me that my best friend had cancer, and we got in the car and I just kind of sat there and cried.
Though Broviak was going through something so difficult, she found a new love where she could focus her energies. The passion was in the performing arts.
Oh no, I loved it. I loved playing French horn. I played trumpet in middle school. Miss Hanlon even got I think all the music teachers pitched in to get me the silent brass mute so I could play it while I was in the hospital room. It was just something I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved listening to music, loved making it.
This love for performing began in the band room. But as Broviak transitioned to high school, she found a new passion. She joined the NHS Color Guard, just in time for the group's most successful season this past year.
Last year was a great season, actually. It was my first ever time, and I think the Guard's first ever time going to WGI with Mr. Welsh, and we were world finalists. It was really cool, top 20, and we were state champions at our circuit last year.
Broviak loves performing with the Guard. It is a love shared by many, including junior Amelia Jarrett.
I love it. I couldn't really imagine myself doing anything else. It's just like an activity where everybody kind of fits in, but it's also like, it's just really fun and you enjoy coming to practice every day. Color Guard and practice is a space where we can just come and unwind for the day and not have to think about homework, classes, anything like that. And spending 5:30 to 10 practices and weekend practices is totally worth it in the end, especially, again, if we're state champions. It's just the hours add up, but so does the time and the memories that you make.
After Broviak's illness and recovery, her friendship with Snyder and Jarrett is stronger than ever, and these three juniors are looking ahead. They have big plans for their senior year.
Megan, me, and our friend Amelia have kind of already planned out how we're going to divide the leadership work.
Broviak is looking ahead to her future. Because of everything she's been through, she knows she wants to give back and support the children facing the same battles she once did.
I want to become a pediatric oncologist, which I think is pretty fun, giving back.
Having someone at your side makes the balance of school and sports a little bit easier. Siblings Meredith and AJ Tipner have conquered the academic world and have begun taking the soccer and basketball programs at NHS by storm. Producers Aubrey Griffin and Brianna Tays explore this sibling relationship.
We definitely have our battles. Yeah, he's always been my day one.
Every morning we would go up, we'd wake up, we'd run a pacer run.
I've known most of these kids since they were in elementary and worked with them at camps and different things.
If you're a fan of Noblesville sports, you may have heard the name Tipner. AJ Tipner, an NHS senior, is a starter on the boys soccer team. His sister, Meredith Tipner, is a sophomore and one of the best players on both the girls' soccer and basketball teams. Their athletic achievements are just a few of the reasons why the Millers picked up multiple state championships over the past couple of years.
I used to go play at NUSC me and my sister both started back at NUSC when we were really little. And honestly, I met a lot of my friends there just from a young age. We all played soccer together and it was really fun.
Yeah, so my dad played soccer growing up, so he kind of got AJ into it when he was young, and then I was always the little sister that had to follow the brother, so I started doing at the same place that he did.
Both Tipners own state championship rings, but the Tipners also excel academically. They both take a variety of honors and AP classes. For the siblings, the classroom is just as important as their athletic fields.
Yeah, I think for my family, my parents have always reminded us that academics are really important and they should come as a priority. And I've just understood that I have to get the schoolwork done.
In my family, academics always come first, so if it's one or the other, I'm always going to have to choose academics, and sometimes I'll have harder classes, which means I have to put more time into my school rather than my sports.
Girls basketball coach Donna Buckley has watched Meredith excel both on and off the court. Buckley has seen a lot of her academic and athletic abilities over the past 2 years, and Buckley thinks the sky's the limit for Meredith's future.
She does it as well as anyone I've been around. Like I said, she's a straight A kid, 2 sports state champion, and will have a chance to win more rings, no doubt, before she leaves here.
During his junior year, AJ tore his ACL, a significant knee injury for a soccer player. But he stayed involved with the Millers soccer team as a manager for that season.
I tore my ACL my junior year, and it was a very difficult period. It was a lot of rehab, a lot of coming back, and I didn't know if coming back I was going to even be good enough to make the team.
But I know for him, not being out on the field was really killing him at that point. So we were so happy that he took his rehab so well, that he came back and that he was able to play for us his senior year.
AJ and Meredith have always had crazy schedules. That's never stopped them from being there for each other. The duo remembers spending time together, especially during their year at home.
Yeah, he's always been my day one, so he always was the person that would go out and he'd be shooting and I'd be okay, I guess I gotta go to join my brother, but he's always pushed me, and at the same time, when he started to not play at as high of a level, he would always be there for me, and I'd ask him to come rebound or come play one-on-one with me, and he's always been just amazing, and definitely the reason I'm the competitor and like playing at the level I am today.
We definitely have our battles, but during COVID year, I think especially, that's got to be part of my favorite. And go out to the backyard and we would just play one-on-one against each other, back and forth for hours.
Even though AJ hasn't picked a college yet, he's getting ready to move on to his next chapter. Meredith appreciates her brother's influence on her life, and she knows when she plays, she'll always be able to look over and see her big brother, her loudest fan, in the stands, rooting her on.
That's all for this episode of Around the County. I'm Maya McDonald.
And I'm Mason Mundy. Join us next time for another trip
Around the County.